Hey everybody, it's Chainsaw Reacts back once again, another reaction for you guys. Today, guys, of course, you're continuing the journey of Ben 10 Omniverse. This is Season 3, Episode 3. Of course, we're not know the title until I get into the episode. Last week's episode, it wasn't the best, but it was at least entertaining to an extent. And people were in the comments were saying this, and I really didn't think about this too much. But they essentially introduced subspecies because we got to see two different versions of Upchucks that Ben has turned into over the course of Ben 10's continuity. And because there was a redesign at one point of Upchuck, and this is how they introduce subspecies in terms of, well, they're technically both Upchucks, and there was like, it was a whole thing. But at least they were like doing something at least fun, even though I'm like, why are we doing this exactly? But it's all because Ben as Upchuck got like some sort of signal or something, and he had to go, and it turns out like they eat their planet, like whatever they create a planet, and then they eat it, and then they burp into the stars until they find another place to rebuild their home. It's a strange thing, but we got to learn more about the species. So at the end of the day, that's really the main thing, and at least they did that right. I don't know, it's kind of rambling at this point because I'm just trying to think, why did we really have this episode? That was the reasoning, I guess. So, anyways, you never know what you're going to get with a Ben 10 Omniverse episode, or in Ben 10 in general. You just never know what you're going to get, and that's the fun of it, I guess, really. So, anyways, guys, let's get into now Episode 3 of Season 3 of Ben 10 Omniverse. We're getting through the whole show. It's getting kind of crazy, because it's going to end at some point, which is, I mean, we still have plenty more to go, but still, it sucks that we're getting just further and further, and we're, like, less and less ahead. It sucks. Anyways, let's get into now. Let's check it out. Let's go. Holy crap.
Are we really fighting over stolen eggs?
What the hell is going on? Oh. Uh-oh. It's He's gonna absorb that, yep. Oh.
Check it out. Over the shoulder.
Man. Oh.
Cool your jets.
Exactly.
Don't toy with the
Careful.
villains. Contain them.
This is the same lecture I've heard since I was 10. They're bad, I'm good. The end. Blukich, Reba.
These guys.
Mr. Smoothie.
Ben 10.
The Mr. Smoothie's website makes no mention of a 23rd store.
Oh.
No phones
This is a whole episode.
But we've seen...
Only 22 Mr. Smoothies. Nope, there it is.
What's the address?
Whoops, it's gone again. No, I saw the cross streets.
What the hell? Oh, that was strange. Wait a minute.
You just said a mouthful of something.
That's Cow and Chicken. What the fuck? This dude... I instantly recognize that voice instantly with Cow. Why is this guy here?
You opened a Mr. Smoothie that...
We're not moving between places. We're staying in one place while rotating through different dimensions. This is a dimension skipping Mr. Smoothie. There's even an alien making trouble.
Oh.
Ben Tennyson.
Oh, shit.
Stick a fork in yourself, alien scum.
What?
You're toast.
Huh?
Ben 23 has found another evil alien threat.
Ben 23?
You're about to get beat by...
Freeze lizard.
Freeze Lizard?
Lizard. Mr. Euro. Ben 23's favorite place on Earth.
Mr. Oh.
Hero?
Hey man, not cool.
This is... Okay, I'm still trying to process all this.
Should I interfere? I might change...
I don't even know.
This is dimension travel.
It's Euro time.
Euro time?
You guys stay behind and help fix the store's generator.
And the new Ben 23 poster free with
A poster?
every large at G and Meal. I got him.
Oh.
The alien.
I think you and I are sort of related.
Yes, exactly.
Dude.
I know, right?
There's a second
Intellectual,
Ben
okay.
Tennyson. Unexpected, but not unforeseeable.
Perfect time to pause. Ben 23, Mr. Okay. So a Ben 23, all right, and his Omnitrix is blue. He's got a sponsorship with this damn brand. You think Ben would have with Mr. Smoothie? You would think, you know, did he at one point? Maybe he did in the Alien Force. Anyways, regardless, and his Terror Strong voicing Ben 20. Like, there's a lot. Okay, a lot of stuff going on here. All right. I'm curious to see more here. Let's go.
I'm basically in charge.
Yeah,
sure you
not
are.
quite the same setup in my dimension. I am famous, but not rich yet.
Yeah, not like, yeah. Anyways. Whoa.
Yeah, I'm more of a smoothie guy.
Smoothies. Ugh.
Yeah.
Frank! Used to be a place that sold smoothies.
It's so
I
weird
turned
seeing
into
this
giant
bin in
monster and
blue,
accidentally
not green.
stepped on it. I mean, how do you stoke the demand?
Oh.
No more autographs.
No more.
Always leave them wanting more.
A share in store
So, Ben
23
23's never heard of Vilgax. Who else has he not heard of? Didn't work.
Numeric concatenation.
Yeah,
You could argue
all
it's the
23.
basis for all physics.
Wow.
A little mystery, a little sucker bait.
Mm.
Ben, call me when you get this.
Wait, there's no grandpa here?
You mean my hero watch? Turns me
Hero
into
watch?
Ben alien so I can fight the evil monster hater aliens. Maybe you flash me some more of your aliens.
Yeah, sure, why not? We've seen these guys before, right? Yeah, I think.
Plumbers. Why, you break a toilet somewhere?
Oh, he doesn't know that either. Mm.
Greetings, fellow human.
Oh, you man.
I was
Vomit Man.
Vomit Man.
Monkey. Don't know him. My agent has an idea. We should do a team up. I'm thinking reality show.
Ben, these aliens you turn into, they're not the only good ones. Where I come from, aliens aren't automatically evil monsters.
Whoa. Oh, nice. I'm liking to see. Okay, that's cool. That's a blue version. I love accelerate. Yes. Oh, kicking his ass. Oh, yeah. And you're toast. Ooh, that was a good hit. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Yep, okay. Ooh. Both. Oh, and
Oh, man.
honestly, that looks like the armor that the Azimuth used. Ooh. Seeing two Bens working together. Hell yeah. Oh. Ooh.
I wonder where the news cameras are. Attention, citizens.
Oh, over there.
A nest of evil aliens has been discovered.
We're close. Ben, pay attention. Oh, smart. Evil Azimuth.
Make a wish, alien. The hero watch?
It's called an Omnitrix. It was meant for your grandfather,
That
Just
doesn't-
like Ben in. Okay.
Isn't Grandpa Max?
and it looks like other realities have suffered the same fate.
Nope, I've still got my Max.
I miss Grandpa Max.
Of course you do.
Get it? The little monster's not evil.
Oh,
So
monster.
what you did was...
Wrong. How am I supposed to know the good aliens from the bad ones?
Fair,
I don't
but
have a grandpa. You do. Sorry I tried to rip you in half.
Yes.
he's learning
But
slowly.
in another dimension, another you found a better use for another Omnitrix.
I'll vouch for this story. And the monsters inside.
At least he didn't say evil monster hater aliens.
It's a start. That'll do. Now switch off the stabilizers.
This is
between
really interesting.
dimensions.
Another
You've
Azimuth,
been
another
doing the
Ben.
equivalent of
It's just
stepping
a
on
lot.
the brake.
The only big enemy I ever had was the intellectuary. And it turns out he
yeah.
wasn't bad.
Yeah.
So what could go wrong now?
Well,
Nothing could possibly go wrong.
Oh, look at them. Sipping out a smoothie like they were born to it.
Why are you looking at me like that?
Nothing. Just keep yelling at me.
okay. This, to me, might be one of the most interesting episodes of Ben 10 Omniverse for a few different reasons, but the main thing is Ben 23, another version of Ben 10. It's voiced by Tara Strong, but he obviously is very different. But a noticeable difference is he calls it a hero watch, and his eyes are blue, and he's really focused around the color blue instead of green. So it's a very odd thing to see. Then again, we had Albedo, who was, of course, like an opposite of Ben with the red and everything and the white hair, but all that. But this Ben was similar in some ways, but very different in a lot of ways to Ben. And I was like, okay, just personality change. Like, you know, it's going to be a different version. Like, because we're seeing a different version of Ben, he's going to be a different, you know, kind of Ben, but still have some things similar. But we get to see more and more of how he is more about the business side of the gyro, or how you pronounce that freaking word, because he wasn't into smoothies. He wasn't in that at all. But he has like an endorsement deal, and he's calling on cameras, calling different people. Like he's trying to get a car deal, like all this stuff. It's a lot of things. But the core of it, of him being who he was, like who he is at this point, is the fact that he didn't have Grandpa Max. There was no, of course, no mention of Gwen or Kevin or any of that. But the main thing was no Max. Because the opening of this episode was so strange. Max was giving him more lessons or just repeating a lesson again. You know, you're doing too, like you're basically playing, you're not really taking this too seriously. That's always been Ben's kind of weakness, or one of his weaknesses, is he just kind of overdoes things, and he's playing up for the camera. That's, you know, the video, like recording him for a viral video or something. It's like, look at this, and he, you know, it's a whole thing. But that's who Ben has always kind of been. Even though he's had moments of reflection and growth, he still kind of goes back to that childish kind of thing that he's always been. And they also reference something that was announced officially and showcased in the original classic Ben 10 all the way back a few years ago while I was watching it for the first time, that Grandpa Max was originally meant to get the Omnitrix on this Earth. And the same thing here for Ben 23's Earth, or basically Earth 23 or Dimension 23 or whatever you want to call it. But Max was already gone. He already passed away. And the real main villain, and I should have caught on it sooner, but then as soon as we see a full shot of this suit, this gigantic suit, I'm like, oh, this might be another version of Azimuth. And it actually is. Because it would have been more interesting if it wasn't. Like, it would have been like a more of a surprise, like an evil version of Gwen or something. Like, I don't know, just something, right? Who knows? But he wasn't actually evil at all. It was just another version of Azimuth who was trying to basically get through Ben's head. Because Ben 23 is acting like this is a business, and the way he's acting this, because he has like these little robots following around and pointing out aliens and all that. And Ben 23's kind of mindset, he's just kind of stuck in this one kind of thinking, and he's not going to change his viewpoint. Thankfully, Ben comes along our Ben, and showing him his different views, different points of view. Now, what I really liked as well is when Ben 23 was turning into different aliens, we get to see different colored versions of them. Like, we could see like a bluer version of Cannonbolt. We got to see a different color variation of a Shock Squatch. And it's funny, I'm going to make this comparison, and I would have made this comparison like a few months ago, but I've been really getting back into Pokemon, specifically Pokemon Go, and the whole thing around Pokemon are shinies, where you have the original color of something, of a Pokemon, and then there's a shiny version where it's a different color variation. And I started thinking that in my head. I didn't say it in the video, but I'm thinking, these are like shinies of a Shock Squatch. Like, it's a different color variation of the same alien. And also, too, I think the voices were a little bit different as well when Ben 23 was turning into the aliens, but it was cool to see those two team up. I think this now opens up the possibilities of anything, right? Because we, just by happenstance, are looking for this mysterious 23rd Mr. Smoothie, and now we've transported to another dimension with another Azimuth, another Ben, unfortunately no Max, and they have a very different kind of viewpoint of Ben, but apparently he's going to start learning and actually do better, and not just assume all aliens are bad. But now I'm thinking, this means we could see more Bens. I'm not saying we will, but now that they've introduced this kind of concept, it changes things. Because back when they did Ultimate Alien, they introduced that we could see a young Ben and our Ben at the point of Ultimate Alien in the same area, the same time, working together, which they did with Agrigor. So that opened up a potential thing down the road for other appearances like that. Now we've introduced other Bens. Now, we've already done this in a sense with Ultimate Alien, and technically Race Against Time. But Ultimate Alien introduced, there are other variations in other worlds of Bens. But now we've met another Ben who had a different Omnitrix. He didn't call it Omnitrix, he called it a Hero Watch. It was blue-based. Okay, so is there a pink Omnitrix? Is there a gray Omnitrix? Is there a just all white Omnitrix? Like, I have questions, and maybe we'll see. I don't know. I'm just hoping it'd be kind of cool to see different dimensions, because you've already time traveled in a sense, bringing a young Ben through with an Ultimate Alien and interacting with current day in terms of that time period of Ben, Gwen, and Kevin. Maybe. Interesting too that Rook wasn't in this episode. Like, he wasn't even in the opening either. But maybe the thinking was, well, we're going to introduce a new Ben 23, and we have a lot to kind of do there to set his character up to kind of pay off the ending. Having Rook there is just going to take up time and space. So maybe that's why he wasn't involved at all. But yeah, this was surprising. Like, I wasn't expecting at all another Ben, and the way they kind of view like Ben as a whole. Like, because Ben in our universe, Ben 10, he's a celebrity, but he's not on this kind of level that Ben 23 is. But it seems Ben 23 is going to go into a different direction, so that's a positive thing. So overall, I had a good time with this episode. Like, I wasn't sure where we were going, because that opening was like, because last week's episode opened up with that cat villain or someone. I don't know who the hell that was, but she was weird. But then it went to a direction where it wasn't an amazing episode of Ben 10 last week, Omniverse, but at least it was entertaining. This opened up in a different sense too, with that freaking chicken alien stealing eggs. And then there was a life lesson, and Ben's ignoring Grandpa Max. Again, I'm going to go for another smoothie. And now, I almost forgot to mention, because I got sidetracked with the whole Ben 23. What the hell? There was a Cow and Chicken cameo? That was Cow and Chicken. That voice of Cow, you saw it instantly click. I'm like, oh my God. I used to watch Cow and Chicken a lot when I was younger. It's such a bizarre show, like Ed, Edd n Eddy, bizarre show. But I remember watching that show, and oh my God, they had Cow and Chicken. Like, it wasn't like actually Cow and... It was Cow and Chicken, but it wasn't those characters, but... I don't know. But we saw a cameo of Cow Chicken. Somehow, some way in the universe of Ben 10 is a version of Cow and Chicken. Okay. I should have to go back and watch that, because that was such a weird moment. Anyways, guys, I'm curious to know what you guys thought about this episode. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Talk to you guys soon. Peace out.